Caleb, I saw what you did in the last video. I'm telling you, at the end of that video, not a happy bunny here. Not a happy bunny. Joking, it was quite funny, not gonna lie. Now, I've already been talking for a minute. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking at how oKhaliD, in my opinion, is probably a top 2 1v1 player still, despite people saying that for some reason he's like fallen off. Not at all. And we're going to get into it and explain the reasons why. And he is definitely on form. He's been playing extremely well, even though he's been focusing on 3v3. This guy is still an absolute beast, I say, as he completely messed up his flip. He's human. How's he done that? But yeah, we're talking a little bit quieter in this video because my girlfriend's been around all day, so I've not been able to record. And then I realised that I probably need to record a video, and it's 10:44, and my parents are asleep, so we're a bit quiet. But anyway, let's get into this. We're just going to point out some good things, maybe some things that can improve on. Although that is very minimal. This guy is genuinely makes like some of the least mistakes you'll ever see, in my opinion. And sometimes he'll lose games, like against me. Like obviously you guys who have watched his channel for a decent amount of time now, you'll see I went on like a really like fat win streak against him, but it's still almost impossible to pick out mistakes with this guy in 1v1, and that's what makes him so difficult to beat half the time. You have to play out of your skin to like even have a chance. I want to watch his kickoffs. His kickoffs are incredible, as he's just like obliterated one. And seeing shots, right, I tell you what, oKhaliD has some of the best first touches on a seeing shot to like set it up that I've ever seen in the world. And once he gets that first touch, it's like, it's really hard to save. The classic bounce dribble. But he's going to take his time here, probably force a 15, goes low. So he starts a bounce on the ball. Oh, he missed. Oh. What's he done there? He starts to bounce on the ball to fake like a high pop, so the opponent has to react to that and has to cover it, and then he goes low underneath him. Here's another perfect first touch for a scene shot, and he actually goes for a flip set. Let me know if you guys have noticed oKhaliD being more like mechanical recently. I quite like to see it. Yeah, that's really smart. Lets the ball bounce off the wall because he knows he doesn't have to hit it. Goes for a fake musty flick to get it underneath the guy. And just boost stars. And one thing oKhaliD is extremely good at is knowing like when to go for the goal and when to go for boost. Again, grabs the boost. Again, grabs the mid boost, so the opponent can't get it. And he's just gonna play this into an angle. And what I mean by an angle is he doesn't drive linear down the field. He creates space and goes slightly to the side. That's a really nice shot. But oKhaliD, what he's been doing so far is he's been absolutely dominating the play. I've not really seen him on defense too much at all this game. He's pretty much had possession the whole game, in my opinion, from what I see. And he's just like creating space and then forcing his opponent into a bad touch where he can just carry on and still get boost. And that's what he does. Like even if he goes out of his way for like a bad shot or something, he'll always recover into a position where he forces them to make a play early on the ball, if you get what I mean. That's a little bit of a misplaced. Let's go back here and watch this real quick. So this is just a bad turn from oKhaliD. One of the biggest things, like the most difficult things or the most important things in rugby league is turning. And it sounds really stupid, but you see this turn, he turns literally just the wrong way. And that is the difference between scoring and conceding half time. So it turns the wrong way and it gives his opponent a little bit too much space around him. So he can slot that one in past him. But let's see what he does on the kickoff. Most of the time oKhaliD will push his kickoffs like to the opposite side where he spawns. This time he hooks it, so he's trying to push the kickoff to the same side he spawned. Flip set, double flip set, almost got the second touch. But yeah, oKhaliD sneaks in a lot of early challenges, you'll notice. People say he's quite a like defensive player, and I get where they're coming from, but he's really not. Like he will punish you if you don't like realise that he's going to early challenge. Like he'll just do it every time. Not the best shot from him. He gives them a little bit too much space there. Now the opponent has a aerial play. Good save though. So I want to highlight something on this defensive play by oKhaliD here. It's very well played. So what he's like waiting for is to see if his opponent gets a flip reset, because obviously if he gets a flip reset, then he has another flip and he can get over him, so he has to, you know, back off and try and react to the save. As soon as he realizes he can't get a flip reset, which is here, he begins to move in and he just covers the shot, covers any touch and any fake. So he jumps. If you noticed, let me go back again. He jumps. If he jumped slightly before his opponent got the touch, or he probably intended to. If his opponent touches the ball, he then just flips to the right. If he doesn't touch the ball, then he just flips to the left or straight through, because then he'll just hit the fake. So he's covering all angles, and that's what oKhaliD is extremely good at with challenges, is he'll cover all the angles possible on a play. Smart from oKhaliD. He knows that he doesn't need to worry about a 50 because he's got a good block on it anyway, even if he double jumps. So it's not really too much of a risk to do that. See what he does on this kickoff. Technically loses it. Goes back. But again, early challenge. Actually not the best challenge. Let's which is rare from oKhaliD, is a bad 50. We all know he is definitely one of the best 50-50s in the game, in my opinion. But let's have a look. So he just flips too early here. So if we look at that from a slower point of view, go to 10% here. Alright, 50s, just a small tip, quick tutorial. Let's go here. Right, we're on the 50. If you are covering, if you are going like a good enough speed, like I can't really put a number on it because there is no number, but if you're going like fast enough, the person who hits the majority of the ball for the largest percentage of the time will win the 50, because it's just about surface area. If your car is hitting more of the ball, as in it gets more touches, and if you had a graph, your car would have a larger percentage of time on the ball into a larger percentage of the ball, if that makes sense, or a larger part of the surface area, you will just win the 50. In simple terms, if you just hit more of the ball and you cover more of the ball, you'll win the 50. Here, let's go to 5%. Do you see that? Let me go back real quick. Are we on 5%? There we go. oKhaliD is going underneath the ball, so that's bad as it is. So he's not like going through the ball through the center, whereas Hyde is going more through the center of the ball here, and oKhaliD is hitting this side of the ball. So this 50, because Hyde is covering anywhere from the middle to the right side, oKhaliD is covering just the left side, this 50 will go anywhere from the middle to the left side of the pitch if we're looking at it from this direction. And then, I mean, I've already seen the 50, so I'm not a genius by pointing this out, but let's see what happens. It goes slightly to the left of the ball, and he scores because it's just open for such a long time. So that's 50s explained in probably a 1 minute tutorial. Not too shabby, but if you guys want me to do a proper 50s tutorial, which I need to do the kickoff tutorial first before I do anything, then let me know in the comments. That's a really good kickoff from Hyder, actually. Not going to point it out because we've already spent 10 minutes on one game. But 5-3, it's actually quite a close game. Actually quite a close game. And Hyder's a good player. He's not a top 1v1 player, but he's been at the top of the bubble scene for a while. Smart, again, from oKhaliD. And if we want another example for, how 50s work, here we go. Hyder's over the ball this time, whereas oKhaliD's underneath, and the ball's on the ground, which means it's favouring him. He's covering this side of the ball. He's covering to the middle, but slightly to the left side, whereas oKhaliD is literally almost directly through the centre of this ball because it's going this way. So by the time he hits this, he's through the centre, if you see that. Pretty much perfect. Whereas when he hits this, he's over here. So the ball will go anywhere from here to over here. And he scores from it because it's just that good of a 50. It doesn't even need another touch. So really well played from oKhaliD. He just kind of fakes the outplay and goes low, which you'll see him do a lot. Very smart. on his decision making and very quick on his decision making actually. See what he does here. Probably flicks it and goes for the boost. Almost didn't get that boost, which is surprising, but this flick isn't a score. oKhaliD is, like I said, extremely smart. He's not trying to score here. You can tell this, he's not trying to score because he could get a better flick if he wants to, but he doesn't want to risk it. He doesn't use any boost on the flick. He just boosts through the boost pad so that he can get the big boost. How many times did I say boost in the last 10 seconds? Let me know in the comments. But that's actually going to be a goal. Oh, he's tilted. He's tilted. He's not moving. I'm joking. Just because he didn't move to mean to it. But he overextends slightly there. Bad kickoff. Yo, okay. oKhaliD is coming back. I thought this was like 5-1, wasn't it? I thought this was over. Maybe he doesn't even win this game. I don't even know the scores of these games. I've picked 2 random replays to show you guys. I got these online on ballchasing.com. Oh no. Oh, that is... oKhaliD, mate, we're trying to do a video on how good you are. Don't pre-jump a dribble. No, you thought he was going high with the air dribble. And if the opponent did go high, then he absolutely destroys him on that 50. Good flick, really good save play, but I feel like he's going to score here, to be honest. He's going to fake this and go low. Played oKhaliD too much to kind of know what he's doing. He's going to just fake that and then shoot last second, yeah. And that's really smart. And it's what the best play is there, in my opinion. Because, right, let's look at it from his opponent's point of view. He's lost on fake pops to low 50s twice, almost in the last minute. So what he's going to think from his point of view, he's going to go, oh, he's faking this, he's going low. So oKhaliD goes one step ahead, and I promise you this is exactly what he's thinking, because you do this situation all the time. This is exactly what he's thinking. He goes one step ahead, he fakes the low 50. So if you see how long he kept his flip here before shooting this ball, pops it up, he jumped like half a second ago, he's still not flipped, so he's faking to go low this time, and then last second goes high. And what this forces oKhaliD to do, let's take a look. You'll notice that he slightly slows down and loses momentum. There, it's very slight. He'll hit his brakes like just slightly because he thinks he's covering the low 50, so he has to meet his opponent's speed, and then he has to then react to this shot and speed up, and you can't just go from 0 momentum to fast. Nice physics for you. But yeah, so you can't catch up to that, and he concedes on that one. But that's a really good play from oKhaliD. He just has to hold on for 18 seconds, which I think he'll do. He knows how to play time very well. He doesn't really give up too many leads. I say that as I think he was 5-1 up, right? Oh dear. Oh no. And to be fair, one thing oKhaliD I feel like can improve on, he does dive in a lot in his corners after he's grabbed boost. You'll see it a lot when I play him. I'll read it a lot because he just does it all the time. He'll grab boost and then instantly turn, like here, and it's sometimes a little bit too predictable. So that's probably one thing he can, improve on if there is anything to pick out, which is pretty difficult with high level players. So he actually gets tied up in the score. Is he going to lose to oKhaliD, which I think is a 50.5. He's not. It's not going to go in though. Fake jumps to see if. Oh. Hang about. Oh, oKhaliD, mate. Disappointed. No, I'm joking. He could have kept that up. I'm not gonna lie. Unbelievable. Right, overtime though. Is that a goal? No, it's not in. Just pops it over him to be safe. Doesn't want to concede from a... That's a 50. This is going to be a goal. I'm calling it. Perfect first touch. Yeah, the ball doesn't hit the ceiling. That's what a perfect first touch is on a ceiling shot. Ball doesn't hit the ceiling. He can take one touch and... Right. oKhaliD is... I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm watching this just for my own sake. I don't know how. He honestly, and I want his first touches on his ceiling shots. It's just perfect. It never hits the ceiling, and it goes high enough so he can just carry on with the ball, and no one can challenge him because he can just flip it past him anytime. It's perfect. It's actually perfect. All right, we're going into second game here. So he's against Lupi this time. Spanish player, quite a high level 1v1 player this time. Bit higher level than Hyder, and he's extremely aggressive, so it'll be interesting to see how oKhaliD plays with us. Again, on this 50, oKhaliD just baits him in, and he just puts his car there because he knows Lupi's going to flip into him, and he doesn't have to jump, so he knows he's going to get the ball hit against his car and it's just going to bounce against the corner. I promise you, it's not a coincidence that he just did that. He like, high level 1v1 players know that will happen off a 50 because they've done it 1,000 times. It's just how it works. So that's a really smart play to go for. One tip for you guys, if you want to do that, just make sure you go into it at an angle and don't go into it straightforward. Oh, Louis, mate. Oh dear. That is an ApparentlyJack open, that miss, if I've ever seen one. But he's going to get a goal, I think, because he's done a crazy challenge. Fair enough. He's an aggressive player. Like I said, be interesting to see how oKhaliD plays this one. But 1-0 on the scoreboard. He's gonna take a touch, see what he does here. Perfect shot. I need to sneeze. Nice. Right. But that was a really good play. I've got a cold if I haven't said it, by the way, which is probably why I sound a little bit like I have a cold, you know. I know, wild, but you know what I mean. Perfect first touch again. Although actually not perfect, a little bit off this time. He's gonna fake it and go low. He doesn't get the best recovery. Ooh. Almost got that boost, but he doesn't quite. But that's off target, so he doesn't have to worry. That's a really good hit. It's going to bounce perfectly. Yeah, that's really good counter attack. oKhaliD is very quick on counter attacks and ones. Very, very quick. But yeah, 3-1. Very quick counter attack there. Oh, he's messed up a kickoff, but he didn't score directly. Is he going to be able to doomsday this off the wall? Not quite. Ooh, that's a little bit of a misplay. Very, very small, very small. He should have just carried on driving. He cut all of his momentum off and started reversing for some reason, which makes him slower. Not sure why he did that. Maybe he's just too under IQ, but don't think so. Good hit from oKhaliD. You'll notice, like, it's like I'm praising everything he does, but genuinely so he's very good at these touches. If I go back here, this touch here, very, very good at them. Where he just flips into it. Like he has to aerial backwards and flip into it. He gets a lot of height on the ball because he times it so well that you can't stick around. You have to go for the boost, and it just puts him in such a good position because he almost always gets the ball off of it. So good counter attack after that as well. 4-1. But it seems that he's adapted into quite a fast-paced play style. Very well. And I'm not sure what the dates were between these two replays. They could have been played straight after each other or 2 days after. I don't even know. Although they were both in the last week at the time of recording this, which is a Monday, literally yesterday at the time you guys are seeing this. Again, really good 50. Not sure why he went for the corner boost. Thought he could just boost here and catch us on the underside of the ball. Not sure. Maybe he didn't think he had the mechanics right on this day or something, but I thought he'd be able to get that one straight in. Ooh, so he kind of just, well, I say kind of, very messes up his flip there. So he's going to get a free one, which oKhaliD will definitely take a free goal any day. We all would. See what he goes for. Actually goes in the air, double tap. No way. Yeah. Even for oKhaliD, that's too tight of an angle. He's going to get counter attack. Straight shot from Louis. Quite a good shot, to be fair. From his own goal line. Solid kickoff. Louis actually wins that one. 50 into the corner. Makes a touch on the ball to get the boost. And this puts the ball really high. It's actually not the greatest touch. Should have been a little bit more towards him instead of his opponent. But he got a good 50 into the corner, which bounced off directly into the mid for him. Smart touch. Means Louis can't really challenge us too well at the moment. I wouldn't say that's a great 50 from oKhaliD, but it actually has worked out. Now Lu's very awkward. But when I saw that, I was like, that could have gone badly. Maybe he just knows what he's doing more, which I respect. He probably knows his 50s better than I do, or he definitely does. But that was a pretty good shot. A little bit of a misplay. I think he wanted to go for a flip, and he had to be forced into a fake since he missed the flip set. Nice first touch. Got the flip this time. Yeah, that's perfect. Nothing really to say. Can't really defend that too much better. It's just a good shot. It's just a good shot, really. Started kick off. That's going to be a goal, isn't it? He's not shot. Again, thought you could shoot that. But yeah, there's been quite a few things this game that I was like, But although, oKhaliD is playing with his food here, he's just time wasting to anything, which I absolutely love to see. Is he can score that? Ooh, almost. Again, I think he could have shot that as well. But I think he's having fun. He knows he's got this game on lock, really. Probably going to do a drive challenge, yep. See what he does. That's a good hit. Goes to the side. Ah, it's too simple. It's too easy for him. He does make it look quite simple, doesn't he? A very, very nice player to watch play. Yeah, respect him a lot, to be honest. Because I personally don't, like, even when I was beating him like a lot when I was on Fennec, I don't think I've beaten really too much on the Octane. I'm really not that good of a ones player on the Octane. But when I was beating him loads on the Fennec, I was like, I don't know, like, I guess I'm countering him, but he just still looks like almost a perfect player. Oh, Lupi, how have you missed that, mate? And that is just oKhaliD in like a nutshell, really. Even when he loses, apart from a few matches, he'll still look like the best in the world, which I'll give him second. I'll give him second best in the world for ones. Gotta give Joris first place. He's been on an absolute tear recently without even playing the game mode. Still wins every tournament. So gotta respect it. Gotta respect it. He's the best. If you guys want me to do an analysis on Joris in 1v1, then let me know in the comments. I'm sure a lot of you will want to see that since I'm his teammate. I definitely know him better than anyone in the worlds for Rocket League. Probably better than himself at this point. I don't know what he's doing. I don't think he knows what he's doing half the time. That was a nice shot from Lou. But yeah, Joris makes it work. So it would be a different replay analysis because oKhaliD's quite a grounded and analysis-based player, and like he's just solid, whereas Joris is a bit flashy all over the place, but like in a good way. So it'd be a bit of a different analysis video, and I'd probably have to make fun of him because what else can I do? It's Joris, he deserves it. You know what I mean? So, but if you guys want me to do that, then let me know in the comments. But for now, we're gonna leave it there since Lupi is forfeited at 8-3. But I hope this guys gave you a little bit of an insight onto oKhaliD and what he does to win games. It probably wasn't the best sort of video. It's quite late and I'm not feeling too great, so didn't have the energy to put as much thought into it, but still hope that it did enough for you guys and that it was a good watch and that you'll want more of these types of videos, because I stopped doing them for a while. I know a lot of you wanted the gameplay videos, so I kind of went back to them for a bit, but I'm thinking about branching out a bit more, trying to start a few new ideas. So let me know in the comments, like I said, that you guys want this more, and I'll catch you guys later. Have a good day. Ugh, got a bit of a cold, and it's 20 to 11. Nice. Which means we have to be very quiet in this video, unfortunately. Right. Yeah, I've also, because it's quite fairly dark in my room, I've changed a setting on my camera, which focuses on exposure or something, whatever that means, and instead of frame rate, because it makes it a bit lighter and a bit better. So the camera might be a bit laggy this video, and I don't need to explain that to the viewers because knowing my editor, he'll keep this all in even though I'm just talking to him. So how you doing, guys? We're gonna get into this video. I've just got a Steam message. Let me go offline on Steam. There we go. And every video, guys, I say the same thing. and a Snapchat. Bro, they're both from BrizX. Get out of here. Alright, every video we say the same thing. Who wants a clean intro to an ApparentlyJack video? It's just not possible.